what I decided to do when I restarted the collection after the sabbatical is focusing on limited editions. So getting back to a slightly more rational way of producing and consuming. So basically the concept is a wardrobe. It's not very large, it's 30, 40 references, and they're all limited. So it's 15 pieces worldwide, and that's it. When they're sold out,
That's great.
And they're all using mostly European materials, some Japanese. They're all produced in Europe. So it's either in Italy or in France. And we work with small ateliers that are still heavily focused on handwork and sort of a lot of tailoring, obviously, because that's what I've been doing quite a lot.
Always.
Yeah.
So it's like 34 pieces between men and women? Or?
About 40 references in total. I gave myself that limit. I didn't want to do more than that.
Well, that's great.
Yeah.
And factories will work with you for 15 of a style?
Yeah, I mean, these are people that I know for a long time already, so.
So where did
But
our
the
beautiful
thing is,
model
like,
go?
I prefer to do things in a little bit more sort of family ateliers right now. So they're not very big structures, but they're more about like artisanal kind of handwork, actually.
Which is great.
So it's everything's made to order, and pretty much we decided to do about, you know, just a few stockists in Europe, a few stockists in the States, in North America, a few in Asia, and that's it. So,
Any you want to mention?
for example, Darklands in Berlin, we're working with them. We'll be seeing for other people, Why Are You Here, which is a client we've worked with for ages. So
Why are you here?
in Japan and Osaka. But basically, we didn't really do a showroom. We didn't want to show it to too many people. It was just we called a few people that we used to work with before, just as a way to start up again, but also as a way to kind of say, look, I want to do this in a little bit more intimate way, because at some point, doing the kind of the big circus, doing the big collections, you just kind of lose touch with people. And I wanted to reconnect with them, so it just felt like the right thing to do.
I think it is the right thing to do. Where did she disappear to?
I think she's trying something on, actually.
She was what? Okay. So talk me through this, because it's nice because everything is not skin tight,
No.
which is very nice. Yeah, ready to move. And this one's made out of viscose. And you could put a jacket on top of it. Let's see.
I mean, the whole collection is basically like you can kind of pick here and there everything you wanted. It's all, you can combine it, you can do whatever you want with it. There's no like set look
Great.
at this point. I'm not dictating sort of a style or a silhouette.
I want to
course.
walk out of here with some shoulder pads.
I have a few here for you.
They're nice. It's very nice. So,
So
when
the whole concept like that I wanted to do for this first, let's say, little capsule is that I wanted to kind of show the work in progress. So that's why we kind of left things half finished, because I think there's really that beauty in handwork and craftsmanship. So the whole notion that things were kind of left a bit unfinished is a way to kind of connect with that.
And like through wear, that's gonna stay. Those like stitches
You
on
can
the
do
top.
kind of, they just stay. If you want to have them, you keep them. If you want to take them off, you take them off. I mean, you kind of, afterwards, once it's out there, you do what you want with it.
And
So
that
if you want a
cuff
bit
is
more,
the cuff is part of the jacket.
yeah. Again, everything's left kind of a bit half finished.
Nice.
So I also like that notion of being modulable. So like, for example, if you want to wear it like that, you can wear it like that. But if you want something a bit more clean, a little bit more minimal, a bit more sharp, you can just take it all out and you can finish it yourself. So, or you bring it to a tailor or somebody. So,
Can you try the raincoat on top of it? Is that a raincoat? The white?
yeah, but it's probably better without the coat, without the
Okay.
jacket.
So what is your name again? I forgot.
Alexandra.
Alexandra. Yes, Alexandra is perfect in your clothes.
Okay.
Great. That has nice shoulders too. It's really nice. You know, we're going to repeat this for still pictures, but
Okay.
looks great. Very nice. Kind of night porter.
Yeah, there's a
Little
bit that
fetish.
vibe. Yeah, but you know my collection's already for a long time. I've always been a little bit into that, so you can't get away from that.
No,
fetish.
it's great. Look inside, it's great. It's like the markings when somebody died.
I don't want to know where that.
Yeah.
If you say so, I wouldn't know about that.
It looks great. The shoulders are perfect too. Yeah. And
But,
can you try those big coats, the white and the black too? I want to see everything on
Okay. Well, tell me which one you want to see first.
but I was thinking are they raincoats in the second rack?
Yeah,
The white and
this
the
one.
black? Very nice. Great. Wow, it's beautiful. Interesting length to the sleeve. And also the way the vent in the back is.
So I've always been really interested in technical stuff. So it's either I've always been a bit obsessive about either very hand finished things like tailoring and structured and super sharp clothes, or completely the opposite, like something a bit soft and kind of flowing and somewhat romantic and melancholy. I suppose the collection's always a little bit of confrontation of those two elements. And the third element is kind of the technicity. So this is actually like parachute silk. It's nylon and silk.
Mm-hmm. Does it work in the rain or not really?
This one, no. But another part of the collection besides the tailoring is that we have reversible clothes. So like on outside it's, let's say, normal fabric, and then you reverse it, and it's kind of like a raincoat.
Really?
So yeah, so this combination of like having tailoring, but then doing something modulable or reversible that you can actually wear it for a different function. So that was one little theme, let's say, in this small capsule.
And how about the things that look like parachute jackets with the over the black and white on the left, on the right,
Which one?
on the
Oh,
left
This tailor jacket.
here? Yeah. It's nice, like bracelet length sleeve.
Well, this is kind of a take on a tuxedo, actually.
Mm-hmm.
So basically the cutaway jacket, but in a little bit more kind of Bauhausian, graphic, modernist twist to it.
And this is viscose also?
No, it's a Japanese, this is an Italian and Japanese, two different mills. And it's wool, polyester. The Japanese has like a cocktail of so many other things like polyurethane, polyamide, I don't know.
Mm-hmm. It's
I
not
don't even
gonna.
remember, there's like literally 10 ingredients in it.
It's not gonna dissolve into
Yeah, no, but
the earth. Nice.
so yeah, it's kind of a bit like a constructivist version of let's say a smoking jacket.
Mm-hmm.
And then the 3/4 sleeves, which are a little bit like 50s, there's a little bit that modernist reference in there.
Nice. And what about the kind of the one with the straps right there?
The straps, that's a shirt. Or
It's a
vest.
shirt.
That's a shirt or a vest, yeah. And that's. You want to try one on? Okay, maybe try this one on. That's a little bit of a node to seditionaries. So Westwood kind of plan d'oeil, if you want to say. But,
Nice. And you want to try on some of the menswear?
she looks better in this than I do, obviously. But
She
this
looks
is,
good in everything.
but this
so.
is, well, I hope so. It was made on her. So this is kind of like one of those jackets I was telling you before, where basically you have like two jackets in one. So this is basically the lining that you put on the outside, and this lining is in a rain-proof polyester, which is unthermotaped. So actually, your lining becomes your rain jacket. So you can wear it like this on the top, and that kind of like is functional for inclement weather. Or you can turn it around, and it's basically, you know, the fabric on the outside. So it's a bit more, let's say, dressy.
And what you're wearing, is this your own design?
It's my own collection, yeah.
Better
But that's like
be.
old. That's like years ago.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
come on.
And my stuff has a tendency not to age, so
Well,
I
that's,
mean, I'm not really interested in kind of trends or doing things like,
I think that's important because that's part of sustainability, isn't
Yeah.
it?
I mean, I just feel like I'm doing the same thing kind of all the time because I know the shapes are the same, the color. I mean, my interest doesn't change in some sense. So there is a certain continuity in what I do. So like you
Yeah.
could take you've taken any piece from a few years ago and combine it with this, and it wouldn't look out of place.
Which is good. And you did, are these jeans or what is this?
Yeah, I've also done jeans. I mean, basically, I've been doing jeans forever. So as this is kind of like one of the first capsules, so then the basic, this is like our classic Japanese salvage denim.
Mm-hmm.
And so there's one white and one black, just kind of on tempo out.
And what, you wear these when you go painting or
Basically, yeah. When I clean the house, I wear the white ones.
what? And that's how
when
you
I,
ship
and this is when I
them.
go outside.
Yeah,
basically, so.
okay. She come back, Alexander? No, let's keep going. Is this an apron? What is
So
this?
a part of the modulability is that I made accessories that
I
go on the
should be over
clothes. So,
here. You go over there.
so there are a few accessories which basically they're part of a pant, but you can wear it separately. So the notion of if you want to wear it in a different way, well, it was meant to be worn together.
Mm-hmm.
But
Are they pockets or?
yeah,
Uh-huh.
so we've done that on a few different pieces depending on, like for example, this one. This is also.
Ah,
This
that
is
looks
actually a
great.
pocket, and that's meant to be put on another jacket. So actually, instead of taking a bag, you can basically just grab a pair
Smart.
of sleeves and put your telephone or your whatever you want, your keys, on the sleeves.
That's great.
So it's a different type of a bag, actually.
It's
And that's
perfect.
matched with, for example, I mean, it's supposed to be like on that. It slides and fits on top, so basically you have the two together.
It's great.
So.
And she looks great in this shirt. Alexander looks great. Wow. What if she put the pockets on top of that? How's that gonna look?
Well, we didn't try that yet. You want to try it? It's a lot of scraps going on.
But since all the, it looks good. Since all the pieces are minimal, it's not too much. Looks good. What do you think, designer?
It's okay.
I think it looks good. And how freeing to go out without a bag.
Just stick your cigarettes in your sleeve, basically.
Yeah, no smoking. But yeah, great.
So in the same sense, for example, this is the same story. So that's a gilet, but at the same time, the pockets are big enough to put a computer in there, and that's studied to be put on top of the classic jacket. So basically, you wear the two together like that.
Pockets big enough to put a computer in. Now that's pretty unusual. And I don't know how comfortable it'd be. What is that in the back on the window? It looks like the painter
Yeah,
thing.
that's like, yeah, we don't want to see that. Cancellations.
Okay. Okay. What else should we see? And then,
What else is it? Maybe you want to see something a little bit more. So in the same sense, we also did this kind of reversible theme on
nice. It's like a bomber,
the. It is a bomber, but it's
oversized
it's
bomber.
like a parka bomber, so it's like
So it's really warm. What's inside it?
it's basically
Great.
two jackets, one on top of the other. So this is the lining that's on the outside,
Ah, okay.
right? So
All right,
you
because
see what I mean?
I'm.
Like, this is actually joined, and then you can throw it inside.
It's very good for Paris because that pocket is totally hidden.
Mm.
So the extreme problem we have of pickpockets,
Yeah,
Yes.
that is great.
and you have the added bonus, you don't need an umbrella.
What about your head?
Wet hair is sexy, no?
Well, for some of us. Leave it on a second. I'm going to take some still pictures.